Hello, everybody. Good morning, Saturday, August 4th, I think.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, August 4th already. So we are, my name is Danielle Huard. I'm from the Academy Danielle Huard, and I have a TV show, and we're going to have guests every week. This week, I'm having the wonderful guest, Pamela Gomez. We start doing interview few weeks ago because she has a wonderful book, and we talk about one oil every week if we can, and if we and at least once a month we're going to talk about one oil. So let me introduce you Pam Gomez from Bahama. She's very far away, a beautiful place. Hello, Pam.
hello, Danielle. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here this morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How's the weather there?
Today we had a little early morning showers, but the sun is coming out and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, here is raining in Canada.
Oh,
It's raining. So today we pick different oils. So in your it's one in one of your chapter, one of your wonderful book. I'm gonna put it on first of all, we're gonna see your website because you have a wonderful website. And your what I notice about your website is you give 15-minute consultation on. On whatever if a client have a question, is it right? I saw that today. If I go to your own natural aromatic.com, do you do that private
yes,
consultation?
yes, we do. If anyone out there wishes a private one-on-one consultation, I do 15 minutes totally free. We can talk about the problem that they're having, and then we can come up with a solution or possible solutions for the ailment. All they have to do is go to the contact me page and send me a note, and I'll respond.
So that's the contact page, the All Natural. They can go also on your Facebook, and you have a wonderful. What I see is Aromatic Solution International. So what is it exactly, Aromatherapy Solution International? Because I'm
That is a group of
international.
persons. That is a group of persons from all around the world where we get together and we share. We share about aromatherapy and what's happening, and anybody in the group can ask a question. It's a private group, so if you want to get in, just click join me and we will let you in. But you have to be interested in aromatherapy or essential oils, because we
Passion.
don't just want you to come in and just sit there. We want you to participate and be a part of the community.
Okay.
Like Danielle, you joined, and I'm loving what you're sharing. Even though some of it is in French, we can translate. We
Ah,
can
yeah.
translate
Okay.
and get the English version of what you're saying.
That's wonderful to
Thank you
travel.
so much for contributing to the group, and we are growing. So, and we still invite persons to come in and be a part of it. We also have challenges, like we would do. We have done like a 5-day challenge. Um, let's just say the person or somebody has a question about an oil, and we
Okay.
challenge them to use this oil and test it for 5 days and see what results we get at the end of 5 days, and when we share what we found.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful. I always love the international meeting, international voice, because we are in Canada, we are in Quebec, and we have our different way to see the oil, and it's good. We have a wonderful group also. It's called Aromatherapy Essential Oil Quebec. It's a wonderful guy, Gilbert, who did this group, and it's growing very, very fast also. So this group like that is on Facebook is always a good thing. So
Yes.
another thing you did is wrote a wonderful book
Oh,
about
thank
the top 10 essential oil for health and wellness. Yeah,
you.
we
Got
have.
it right here. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing. It's now available on Amazon as well as in Nassau. You can get it from the local Logos bookstore. And yes, I did elaborate on 10 oils, and I wish I had done more. Maybe there's another book in the future. You never know. Second edition.
I know.
So this book, I just chose 10 of the most used oils that I've used in the past year, since getting started. And I found that there weren't a lot of people who were familiar with what these oils are. So
Mhm.
I took the time to share how I got started, how it's helped persons in my family and my friends community, as well as how I've taken it to the community by going to health fairs and health shows and sharing the oils with persons and the benefits and uses of these oils. But specifically in the book, I chose 10. I started with basil, bergamot, chamomile, eucalyptus, frankincense. Let me see, what else did I go to? Frankincense, grapefruit, lavender, orange, peppermint, and rosemary. Those were the 10 I chose because I used them in my studies as well as in my practice around here in the Bahamas. And those were some that I got the most use of in the 1 year period. So I thought to share the benefits and uses and some of the personal uses that I've had with these oils.
Mhm. Cool. So let's talk about one of them in your book. Today we pick because the two other interview before we did chamomile, we did the first one, and now we're talking about bergamot, not bergamot, eucalyptus oil.
Yes.
So what is your experience with eucalyptus oil?
Well, let me tell you how it got started. I was on social media and I started on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as Oh Natural Aroma.
Okay.
I made these little boxes that depict the oil and what the oil is used for, and I put it in the book.
Hmm.
So on each of my Instagram posts, I post about a different oil, and this oil highlighted it's an anti-inflammatory. It eases aches and pain. It's used for sinus congestion, asthma, and also muscle aches and strains.
Hmm.
So I chose this oil because it was common. It's commonly used.
Yeah.
And here in the Bahamas, there is a lot of persons who suffer from sinus congestion, inflammation, asthma, muscle aches and pains. And I just wanted to bring it to their attention that, the money you're spending on
Yeah.
doctor's visits can be reduced or eliminated almost.
Of course. I know. It's one of the most popular oil. It's been used for 6,700 year with all the grandmother and mother for fever, cold, and everything. It's from Australia, so it's very popular. The
Yes,
animals there are eating it for their
actually,
pain and everything. It's a wonderful leaf.
I got a good story for you.
Ah, cool.
Years ago, even before I got into aromatherapy, I used to go to the flower shop on Saturday to get fresh flowers. So that was my treat to me back then. Fresh flowers every Saturday. And I had to have eucalyptus in my arrangement because it scented up the room. It made the room smell beautiful. As a matter of fact, this memory right now, I think I'm going to go out today and buy me some eucalyptus, the
Yeah.
plant, just to put in the house because it gives the house just a beautiful aroma. Um, in addition, yes, it's eaten by the koala. It's the koala bears in Australia,
Hmm.
and it's just a beautiful plant to put in arrangements. So before I got to using the oil, I was using the plant. Then I discovered the oil, and oh my gosh, it's just awesome. And I found that there are three types, not just one. The
Hmm.
one physically, the one that I liked was the one with the round leaves.
Yeah.
Now
Beautiful.
I've learned they're different species,
Yeah.
and there's the eucalyptus with the long leaves like this.
Huh?
right? This is also eucalyptus, has the same scent, but they're different types, different Latin names. There's the
Mm-hmm.
globulus, there's the how do you say that?
Radiata, yeah.
Radiata,
Uh-huh.
and there's another, isn't there? There's
The
like,
the lemon eucalyptus.
right, the
The
lemon
lemon, yeah.
eucalyptus.
I have an, I'll let you finish, but I'm going to tell you a little experience I have with because of the name. Sometimes it's so important. So and the family, it's so important to be written on the bottle. So are you finished with your experience? I'm going to talk about
Well,
lemon.
actually, the one that I spoke about is the globulus.
Yeah,
So that is the one that I have most experience with.
yeah.
And I also have another experience where a friend of mine was in hospital. He was in his last stage of cancer, fighting cancer. And we wanted to make him as comfortable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So one evening we massaged him with a Bath and Body Works blend. This is
What's the company you have in Bahama?
well, no, this is an American company.
Oh, I
It's
don't know.
the Bath and Body Works
Okay.
product, and they make a essential oil for stress relief. But we
Hmm.
just wanted him to be comfortable, and we massaged him down that evening with this particular oil. And he said, "What is that you guys are using?" And we told him it's eucalyptus and spearmint, and he said that smells really good. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"I love the way it smells, and it feels good. It makes me feel, alert and you know, really
Yeah.
good." So I was happy that we were able to do that and to bring such comfort to him. But unfortunately, he passed. The cancer was really far gone, but he was able to convalesce at home and be really
Mm-hmm.
comfortable.
Yeah.
The other instance I've had with using eucalyptus was, and I wrote about this in the book too, where another friend was suffering from muscle aches. It was muscle
Mm-hmm.
aches, bad joint pains, and finding very little relief. So we came to the conclusion that a bath, a warm bath with eucalyptus, and I never recommend just the oil. I always add something. So
Yeah.
we
Carry on.
recommended a milk actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good. Good.
yeah, milk with the eucalyptus, a bit
Yeah.
of peppermint, and some Epsom salts in the bath to relax those muscles. So once this was done, the person soaked for about 25 minutes. And again, we got really good testimonials and recommendations that this really works. So the muscle tension and pain subsided, and they found themselves really relaxed after such a bath. So yeah, those are two examples of how we used eucalyptus to
Yeah. My experience was because I have children. They are older now, but I use they use eucalyptus all over the world for spa because breathing, they help you breathing, and people say, well, it smells like spa. They don't think it's eucalyptus, but they just say, wow, it's beautiful. It smells like spa, but it smells also like something you're rubbing yourself when you're sick. So sometimes they put the smell with disease or something like that. But anyway, I have experience with Joey, my son, and when he was very young, and I went to the natural store, and he was starting coughing because the eucalyptus globulus is good for when you cough a lot, when really congestion. The sinus one is more the radiata, and the lemon one is more for the muscle pain. So I
yeah,
went to the store, and the here in Canada, the essential oil are often in the back store or hiding in behind the counter. So you have to ask the lady, "Can I have the eucalyptus?" So she gave me a bottle, and I went out of the store, and I look at and the writing, and it was Eucalyptus citriodora, so it's like lemon eucalyptus. So I knew it was not the right one because it was good for muscle, and my son was in fever and coughing and everything. So I went back to her and I say, "Can you give me the other eucalyptus?" Well, she said to me, "Well, I didn't know eucalyptus is an eucalyptus." Well, I say it's different species of eucalyptus. So can you imagine if I would go home with the lemon eucalyptus and rub my son under the feet or the lung, and it would never work. And a lot of
No.
people think essential oil don't work because it's just they don't have the botanical name, the right botanical name, or the right molecule to do something specific. So the eucalyptus, lemon eucalyptus, is a wonderful oil for the pain. If you have one oil to use, is this with lavender is very good. But today we're talking about the globulus. The globulus, you know what I recognize? I say to my students, the globulus is like the global of the lung.
Yes,
The
yes.
radiata is like the radiator of your body. So sometimes when you have sinus pain, you use the radiata. But eucalyptus is one very common oil. So the globulus is what were talking. So name me 5 use of eucalyptus that you use basically every day or every week or every month because it's popular oil. So,
First of all, I love my nose. So, first of all, I put eucalyptus with uh, maybe a peppermint in my bedroom when I'm feeling a little nasally.
mm,
Secondly, I use it in a massage. Third, well, the third sort of works with the first for sinusitis. Another reason is for inflammation. Sometimes you can feel bloated, or you may have a bruise or something and it's inflamed. You want to use for inflammation and antiviral to fight off germs. It's a very good antiviral oil.
yeah.
Those are my 5. But to add a 6 is also good for blood flow, increased cerebral blood flow.
Yeah, well, you know, when use I start doing it is insect bite soother.
Yes.
Soothing, yeah, it's wonderful because you know here right now we have mosquito and we have black fly, and you know in August is very hard. So we just put eucalyptus on the bite, and it's very good for calming the itchiness. So it's a repellent for rat. You know they don't like rat and mouse. If you have that close to your house, you know I live in a little chalet, so I have little mouse. So what I put a cotton ball with eucalyptus on it, and I put that in different corner where they have their
Little
exit.
burrows. Yes.
They really hate it. They don't like it. They go away. So they go to another house. So
Oh,
it's wonderful. And it smells good at the same time. So it's a mold stopper also. So if you have humidity in your house, you can put a soap, a castile soap, and put essential oil of eucalyptus and tea tree. I use both of them, and I wash the mold, and I keep it on. I put some pure one, and you know, especially in your country, you have a lot of humidity and molding in different places. We have that too, but it's cold.
yes.
Winter is less. But I know in a tropical island, usually they have a lot of molding. So eucalyptus oil is a very good oil to use for all those little things. So it's not always disease. We use essential oil. We can use,
No,
yeah.
I agree because I don't use essential oil to um I use it as preventative measures rather than to find a cure. So for me, eucalyptus and other essential oils are used as preventative measures.
Yeah. So, we just have to be careful. So what's the precaution? Because this is an oxide in the molecule, and they have 1.8 cineol. So it's not that dangerous like other oil, but you have to be, how do you use it? How do you put in there
Well,
massage?
let me start Sure. Let me start by saying there is absolutely no oil that I would recommend that persons just put on their skin directly. Absolutely none.
Yeah,
But I make the exception when it comes to lavender. Okay, because
yeah,
it's a gentle oil. It's
yeah,
soothing. It has a wonderful smell and the effects are numerous. But with eucalyptus, I will not do the same thing. I will not say the same thing. I always recommend using it with a base oil. The other caution I use, and you mentioned your example of using it on a child, I never use any oil on a child below the age of 2,
mm-hmm.
um, with a base or without. I just don't recommend it. The other thing is the elderly. We don't know what type of reaction those persons may have, especially if they are ailing or something of that nature. I don't use these essential oils, especially eucalyptus, directly on their skin. I may have it in a room when they're around, but not for long periods. Not at all. Um, the other caution, I never ingest
Yeah.
eucalyptus.
No,
I
it's not
was
very good.
recommended. No, and I do not recommend using it on animals.
Mm. Yeah. You know what I used to do with my when they were baby? I used to put, when they have around them, on top of them, a
Yes,
little playing musical with little
yes,
pen. So I used to put a drop or two, and it was like a diffuser at the same time when they were coughing. Sometimes I put lavender, sometimes I put orange. So it's like a really, really
it is
mild
a
diffuser.
aerosol type thing. Yeah, I've seen that.
It's very good, and it's purifying the room. If they have so it's a little trick. You can use a diffuser for even children in the big room. Eucalyptus is, and they use that in the spa all over. So let's have a recipe or something like that. The one or two recipe. So do you have? I will give one. I will give one.
My personal experience, what I love, and I've used it on other persons, is in a bath after a long day or after a workout, a long walk, a drop or two of eucalyptus with peppermint, a cup of milk, yes, and I do mean whole milk. It could be almond milk, but at most milks. It
Yeah.
allows the oil to blend, and
Yeah.
also I put some
Oh.
Epsom salts in the bath, and it is just absolutely soothing. Those
Do,
muscle aches just melt away.
do you know Cleopatra were using goat milk in her bath, and that's why she was so beautiful. They say. I don't know if she put this essential oil or something, but I like to put in a salt, like half a cup of salt, not too big, because you don't want to hurt yourself. And you put essential oil of eucalyptus or different synergy, and you just put inside the bath and you let it dissolve, and it's very
It
good
works
for.
wonderfully.
Yeah,
It
it's worked wonderful.
really does. If
I,
anybody out there has never tried that, this is the one thing we tell you take away today. Eucalyptus, peppermint, Epsom salt, and milk. Put it in your bath, run a warm bath, and
yeah.
soak in there for 20 minutes. If you're suffering from muscle aches and pains, Danielle and I, can assure you by the end of that 20-minute soak, those muscle aches will go away.
And you know what they say. Another thing, emotional aspect also of eucalyptus is, let's say you have a bad day at the office, or you get, people around you that's not very fluid, friendly with you, and you feel
But
the energy, you feel the bad energy, and you come home and you pack with those bad vibe that you get inside. So
yeah,
you can just put it in your
wash it.
hand, breathing, and wash it away with
Yes.
eucalyptus, and it worked very good. That's a good point also to do. So My recipe, you have the bath, but my recipes for the scalp is very good. You can put eucalyptus inside a neutral shampoo and a little bit of mint, and it's wonderful to oxygenate your scalp, especially if you start losing hair. You can put eucalyptus and cedar wood, and you
Mhm.
can really massage your scalp, and your bathroom's gonna smell wonderful, and your hair's gonna smell wonderful. That's a good trick
Well,
for
I can.
oily scalp also.
I'd love to share this experience. A few, well, it happened a year or two ago. I had a guest come to my house, and she knocked on the door. There was no answer. So she knocked on the window and she shouted, "Pamela, are you bathing again?" I said, "Well, how do you know that?" So she said, "I can smell the peppermint and eucalyptus outside the door." I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, of course,
Give me a
it's very
moment.
common.
I'll be to the door in a minute. Yeah, so it not only smells the immediate area, but I mean it takes over the whole home. I've been during the cold and flu season here in the Bahamas. I've just been dropping a few drops of peppermint in the bath or in the shower
Mm,
on the shower floor because you while you're showering, you can also breathe in the scent of the eucalyptus
of
or
course.
peppermint or whatever oil you drop, right? But
Yeah.
I prefer the peppermint. And oh my goodness, it just even after the bath is over, the tub has been rinsed, you can still have that scent lingering in the bathroom.
Yeah, I put directly in the carpet. In my when I do vacuum, I put some inside and couple of drop in the and people know when they come home. I sometimes it's eucalyptus, sometimes it's other oil, but I put directly on the carpet, and people know that's my apartment, that's my house,
Okay.
because it smells like and it's not it's good for you. It's just very mild, and it's sometimes you have oil that you don't use or you just use when you're sick. Let it out
Mhm.
and put it in your carpet. So that's
Get
a
a
good
fresh
way.
one. Yeah.
Orange is amazing. It's one of my friends yesterday went to a funeral home, and what I did, I give him just a small piece of cotton, and I put mandarin on it, and he put it inside his suit,
Mhm.
and he put a couple of in his ear, because when you go to a funeral home, everybody's sad or whatever. So it just came in the place, and everybody was smelling the essential oil, and nobody knew what was going on. So you can do that in the hospital with eucalyptus. You can just bring a cotton, put it on you, and just go in, and you have a protection at the same time, because that's what essential oil does. Well, that
Yes,
was a good
I agree.
interview. You
So
do you do other thing also, and that's one thing that I learned because I start doing the Be Live interview, and I think this interview is a really wonderful interview. You can see the fun we have together. But
yes.
you do something else, because there's a lot of people in the aromatherapy or other thing that have problem advertise themselves or using all the media to talk about essential oil or other thing. So you have another Facebook, TikTok, media marketing, and just before we finish, I want you to explain what you do in that, because I want to take a class on the Canvas class. That's
Oh,
I'm
thank
telling
you.
you right away. I'm booking you for the Canvas, because it's sometimes it's important to have a good frame.
Oh,
So
thank you. Thank you. Thank you
yeah,
for that.
let's talk about the media, the marketing, what you do.
What I do, I run a multimedia marketing company as well. And what in there, I can do marketing for individuals or businesses or brands. I also do um, I teach persons how to do their own, how to create graphics and flyers and banners, and on social media you have to do all these posts, and a lot of people want to know, well, how do you put the your picture with words on it, or how do you do um, that audio or that video? How did you get that to do that? So I teach persons to use technology. If
Yeah.
there's a skill that you don't have and you've seen me using it or you heard me talk about it, I can teach you how to edit your YouTube videos, to add trailers to your YouTube, set up your YouTube channel, or create a website. If you don't have a website, I can teach you to create a website in 5 days. No joke. From start to finish, you will have something up there on day 5 that is marketable. In addition to that, we do challenges over at Tech Talk Multimedia Marketing. One of the challenges was just that, creating videos, how you can create your own videos in 5 days. Right now, there is still running on my website, the Tech Talk Live 242.com. That is another website that I run where we actually run challenges there on a regular basis. One of the last challenges we did was in 5 days, taught persons how to create their own YouTube channels. Then we also did a Canva challenge, a Canva class, where we taught persons how to use Canva, not just to put 1 or 2 words on there, but to put pretty designs, pretty colors to make it pop. And we got a good class going there. And we'll be starting another class in a few days. So look out for the announcements on the channel. Please subscribe. There is a Tech Talk Live YouTube channel, as well as the Facebook page, Tech Talk Multimedia. And we have a Tech Talk website. Did I say website? YouTube channel and Facebook. Yeah.
So now I put on the screen the Facebook. So I guess all the link are there. So you just go be a friend, and after that you can see the website and everything. And you have your own natural
aromatherapy.com.
Yeah. So we're gonna do. You see, that's something we're planning. Me and you together to do interview like that, and I hope to do something very international, because I even have a guy from Australia asked me for an interview this week.
Wonderful.
So yeah, we'll see. Because I asked Canadian and Quebec people to do an interview, and they're kind of shy. So that's okay. You know, sometimes you're not perfect. What I see, you're not perfect, and you learn. So I'm gonna do a different interview, and you're gonna do the English part. So that's one thing we do with the Danielle Huard Academy TV. It's official. We're gonna have I'm putting all the video we do and all the other one I do on my channel and your channel, YouTube channel. So that's a good way to participate. And we don't have nobody today, but you know, that's okay. The video is going to be there for the whole life. So
yes,
the
that's the thing about video. They're everlasting. You know,
that's it.
They don't go away in 24 hours. You have them forever.
That's it. So Be Live is a great platform of doing. So I'm learning a lot because of you, and we want to put all what we know together and doing international stuff. And maybe we're gonna do very soon something in the Bahama together. That's the plan.
Yes, let's hope. Let's get there.
That's it.
We're praying.
So I'm gonna let you go, because I know you have a busy day and we have a busy day. And thank you for sharing your experimentation and your information and your book and your wonderful blogger. Yeah, and I'm gonna put it on again. Your book. You know, I know what it is. Writing book. A book is very hard. I wrote one. I wrote 4. And yeah, soon I'm going to have it in English. That's a good thing to have it in different language.
Yes, I would love to have my book translated.
Yeah, that's okay. Like, so I let you know, and I let you go, and have a wonderful day. And hope maybe next week we'll see if we are okay, busy or not. So the next week or the week after, we're going to talk about the next oil in your book.
which
So
will be frankincense, and I can't wait.
I can't wait. It's one of my favorite. I really love this one. So
As a
have a
matter
good
of
day.
fact, I'm gonna go out and buy me a frankincense today.
Yeah. Okay. Ciao.
Bye.